Well, we talking about interviews. Logic.
I told Parks I was tossing it right there.
Look at you, messy.
No, he said he wanted to talk about it.
No, I told Parks I was tossing to him.
I'm the Logic correspondent here.
I can see that.
Heard you listen to it when I came
I did
in.
listen to it.
Yeah,
I wanted to see
yeah.
what he had to say. He was telling his dad that he can't loan him no bread because he's got to loan everyone some bread. It sounded like was the gist of his
What, does him and his dad have a
conversation.
podcast together?
He's doing a bunch of creations.
He's exploiting his dad
Oh, okay.
and embarrassing his dad and hating his dad.
He said he's got I forgot, 9 people in the family, including brothers and sisters. And if he bought the house for dad, he's got to buy a house for the brothers and sisters. And now he's got to buy the car. And now if he buys them the house and the car, then he's got to start buying food for them. And he's not doing all that.
I hate Logic.
I watched it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And I'm COE. I didn't like that.
What part did you like?
I don't like that he put his father on the front street like that. I thought it was all performative. I hate the way he said nigga. I hate the way he said that.
That nigga was nasty.
I feel like he tries too hard. I just feel like he needs to sit down, you know what I'm saying, and reinvent himself and be more in tune with his white side and go do rock and roll or something. Do jelly roll. No, for real. Do country music. I feel it was an embarrassment, especially to the black people. I didn't like it. You know what I mean?
I agree. I totally
because
agree with
you put your father in the box as far as like where we all people. You try to relate to people that don't have their father around. You know what I mean? Meaning, oh, you wasn't around, you promised me. Nigga, we hear that story all the time. We go through that in our neighborhood. You're not from where we from. And even if you experience that, you as a half white man, you don't do that to no black man up there for clicks and views. And I'm COE. I just didn't like it. It tastes bad.
Yeah.
And his father up there.
So what was he saying? His father can't feed himself?
He was just saying
Like
that his
if I buy
father
you a
asking
house,
for
I
money.
gotta buy you a car. Then I gotta feed you. Then I gotta.
What was the
clothe you.
overall feel of what you watched, Parks? Like
It was kind of
you
that.
get
It was kind of that, what Ish just said.
Okay.
I don't know about the can't feed yourself part, but
just if I
But,
start
like, he's
doing
begging.
this, then
Like,
I gotta
he's-
do
it's-
everything.
I gotta
It's
take
never
care of
gonna stop,
everybody.
basically.
I gotta take care of everybody. It's not gonna stop.
You gotta be
Because the more self-reliant you are, or more reliant you are on me, the less you're gonna know.
You're
how to do
you're
yourself.
dependent.
Yeah, he started saying that he's loaned money to siblings before, and they quote unquote pissed it away.
So how that nigga DL Hewley gonna call? Never mind.
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, we said no more. Never mind. Nigga DL Hewley told Monique, "Yeah, ask your husband." Of course he gonna agree with you.
You paying the bills.
He had depended on your taxes. He had depended on his taxes. I'm saying, yo. Nah,
don't like that.
I fuck with
When they shoot
DL.
niggas over
I fuck
houses.
with DL, yo.
Yeah.
I fuck with DL.
I love him.
DL went in. He been going in. He ain't stopped. But see, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like.
And then next it'll be, well, I gotta go up there now. And, you know, I mean, no, I'm saying that'll be now they got to get their side off. And
Like out of all
Who
them
is it
niggas, you heard Cat Williams ain't say 2 peeps about D.L. Hewley. He said D.L. Hewley a stand-up nigga. You know what I mean?
So what does one have to? What does one thing have to do with the other?
All right, let me hit the rewind. So Logic and his dad. So Logic sat down and interviewed with his dad, who probably doesn't even know DL.
Right.
Got it.
He was crying. Or acting like he was crying. I don't know.
What's your take?
What's my take? I hate Logic.
well, we know that.
I absolutely hate Logic. But I wasn't trying to let my hate for Logic come in here and make me not try to be objective with this interview, because y'all have heard me say I want to interview my dad.
Right.
I loved seeing people and their dads and how they communicate. And because of that love, it really hurt me. I was too hurt. I can't be funny with this, because as a dude, as a man with a dad that I love,
me too,
I can't watch somebody speak to their dad in the manner that Logic spoke to his.
For real.
And I
Talk
can't-
down to him? Like
it was that bad?
That's what it sounded like.
it.
I didn't even know who it
That's what he
was.
did.
That was what
That's
made
what he
me
did.
think.
So he was talking down
He
at
spoke
him.
down.
When I heard
He
it.
spoke down as far. I wouldn't speak to my dad like that in real life, and I would never fix my lips on camera,
On a public forum.
even if it was valid, even
Right,
if
right.
there's truth.
Not on- you don't do that
You
on
don't do
camera.
that on camera. That nigga spoke to his father like
He was some dude.
Yo, yeah.
Your bum ass
Like
out
you
of
ain't been there. Like every time you pop up, you asking for some shit. And keep it real, Pop. Like tell them why I ain't been giving you shit. None of y'all know what to do with shit. So
Oh, well, that's true.
I don't wanna keep giving y'all and being wasteful, because y'all Young, that shit.
That was childhood trauma and payback.
And I can't buy you a house. You asked me for $1 million, so $850,000. I can't buy you a house because then I got to buy my sister a house, my other sister a house, my sister a house. He named 9 siblings.
Yeah.
And he said, if I buy my dad a house, I got to buy a house for all of these siblings. So I'm not doing shit. I'd rather have you work. So what I told you I was going to do that project with you, right? Now he about to be Hit Boy and his dad. His dad about to bang. But Flip really hit it on the head for me. I didn't need this interview to know that Logic hates his dad. I said this months ago because my problem is you don't seem to have a close relationship with Dad. Cool. Every time he comes up, like, it's a temp change for you. However, you have no problem leasing the blackness that Dad gave you, even though by your admission, you and Dad are not like that. So now you think it's comfortable for you to sit in front of your black father face and say, nigga, you think you got a lot of passes that I don't believe you to have. And that's how a lot of his music comes off to me. So my beef with Logic is his internal identity crisis that he has with himself. At no point do I feel like we're looking at a man who's comfortable with him, his lifestyle, his family decisions, his upbringing. He just is a fucking weirdo.
Mm.
How do you feel on the subject of loaning your family money in that manner?
I think he's full of shit. I think that was a crock of shit. I do not think that if you buy your father a house that you have to buy your 9 siblings a house. I don't believe that.
I ain't in a
Not at
position
all.
to do so, but I don't think.
I don't know they family
Mom,
dynamic.
Dad, I don't think that.
But he might be
needs a
right.
sibling.
I mean, that's an inspiration,
I'm sorry.
an aspiration for a kid is to be able
Yes.
to buy your parents a house.
That's not
You
true.
know,
That's not for everybody.
okay.
Well,
Generally
It
speaking,
ain't. I
generally
never heard
speaking.
the rappers come up and say, I want to buy all my siblings a house.
No, not siblings.
No,
I'm talking about
mama.
parents.
Stay
Mom.
here.
Well, mama, really.
Stay there. So let's say
It's mom.
It's
Hold
mom.
on. Let's say he has older siblings that took care of him when he was growing up. I'm just throwing a general scenario. All
Okay.
right. Let's say he got older siblings. So my older sisters took care of me. My father wasn't nowhere to be found. I'm gonna go buy him a house before I buy Shawnee a house? Fuck no.
I might, though.
I know, but so
might.
now Shawnee gonna be looking at me like, nigga, he ain't do nothing for you.
Okay,
I took
so
care
you
of y'all,
named-
wiped your ass.
so you
I did-
added a house.
I'm giving you an example of the.
In your example, you added a house. That still don't account for that crock of shit he sat there and said, talking about if I buy 1 or 2 houses, he didn't say 2, but you did. I have to buy 9 houses?
Yeah, I gotta
no.
buy everybody
And then he
one.
got into the math of it, and even that was wrong. Y'all like space, so the cheapest house would have to be $500,000. So let's do it. $500,000, $1 million,
4.5.
He eventually got to that. Nigga, that's not true. That ain't true. You do not have to go buy a house outright, even if you got to go buy 9. It was just a lot of shit. A whole crock of shit every time this white nigga opens his mouth. I don't want to hear none of that shit. But I've included myself in the Logic hate brigade. So now anytime something happens with him, people hit me. But I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for the people that run around uncomfortable with self. I feel sorry for the people that feel like they have to speak down on their parents because they have resentments for how they. That's just not my bag. I can't identify with that. And if you want to do that, then you don't have to do that on camera, yo. For the sake of content.
Yeah, that's the part. Like I didn't
I ain't see it, but the
hearing
way y'all
y'all
saying it sounds disgusting.
Yeah, and I totally
get
understand what you're saying as being COE. Like that's nasty.
Yeah,
that's just nasty.
Nah.
I'm not with degrading family members.
I think it's
all that type
it's
of
also
shit,
how you were raised, and like it's an identity problem. You know, if you were really in tune and really outside, you'll know that's a no, especially on camera.
To any.
And with it, and what I'm saying is, instead of giving you money, Daddy, you know, I'll help you out. I've helped my family out, but instead of just giving you
No,
money,
I don't want you to give me
I
money.
mean, my nigga, you've asked me for money.
But I
So
wanna
let's
work
I
for it.
get it. I hear what you're saying right now, but I'm gonna look you in your fucking eyes and I'm gonna tell you have asked me for $1 million.
$1 million.
I could never imagine
Yes, you
speaking
did.
to
You
my
asked me
pops
for
that way.
$850,000.
Oh, yeah, well, that right
for a
there
studio
comes out
for you
to
and
$1 million,
Exactly.
doesn't
Now, what I'm saying is, we ain't fucking
I'm
with
gonna
none of that
go
shit. I am so happy, honored, and blessed to the fact that we came to a realization
I can't even listen to him no more.
You know what the
Pops
problem
really
is?
the
boxed me in my
way
mouth.
You know,
As soon as
I can't even. When I
as
curse
soon
in
as
front
that
of
F word came out,
when I curse in front of my mom or my dad by mistake, I say excuse me.
Facts.
I say excuse me, Paul. Excuse my language. You see, the problem is that the people that's around you is not being real with you. You know, a lot of these guys that they put on a pedestal are meal tickets, and that's the problem. Nigga, you gotta keep it real with him. He looks foolish. He looks dumb. He's not down. His father should have slapped him in his face with his old ass hands. You should be embarrassed, and you're not really representing your family right. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. It feels nasty. It don't feel good, and it looks nasty. You saying my nigga to your father, you cursing. You not black.
I think that Logic has a lot of that self-hate inside of him, and it comes out in these weird ways. Like that, the whole story about Logic's upbringing and his mom calling dad a nigger and some of that hate that they speak about. Like when I hear how he speaks to his dad, it just sounds like a lot of unresolved
Trauma. Lots.
Yeah, and that one little conversation they might have had before the cameras cut on is not enough to cut these cameras on and you speak to your dad. My dad has never laid a hand on me, and I would never try him like that. But
Never.
if I did, he would grab the cane and get up. He might not even need the cane, just adrenaline.
No.
Yeah, he might
gonna jump on
off
your
the
ass.
vert. He might, with the knee replacement off the vert to smack the shit out of me.
He jump on you like that.
I can't
nigga jump
even
on that
imagine. I
judge.
wanted to smack Logic for talking to his dad.
Yeah, that
like
was crazy right there.
And I cut it off. That was much
was-
longer
that
than
was
that.
My
crazy.
nigga.
Yeah, you talking to your pops like
Sound
that?
crazy. Y'all niggas gotta help him out, man.
I seen that shit and prayed for him.
Neutral button.